Hello guys, and welcome to the first ever Lincoln podcast. Today I have with me for the first edition, ITZREDIMP Max.
Hello.
He'll be leaving in a minute. And Luca, you alright?
I can stay for a bit, it's fine.
Alright then. So, you both went to the MK Dons game.
Yeah.
So, let's start with Max. What did you do at the game for a start?
First thing what I did was when I got there, watched the players walk in, and I managed to get an interview with the chairman, Clive Nates, which was really good.
Yeah.
And then all round to the gate we had to get into, walked in, saw Luca, and then just watched the game. Yeah, good, yeah.
And for the viewers on YouTube that haven't subscribed to ITZREDIMP, which I think you're totally crazy, you should subscribe to him because he'll be the main channel soon. Obviously, he's got brilliant content.
I think I got 120 subs this morning. I think that's what I managed to get.
I've only got like 53. If you haven't subscribed to him, subscribe to him now. But what did the chairman say to you?
So we talked about how we're going to progress sort of through the years, and he kind of said, though, we just got to take it step by step, not expect to just expect it all to happen at once, that next season we're going to go straight into the Championship and straight into the Premier League. Take it step by step and hope we can keep hold of the Cowleys. And we were talking about how amazing our fan base is, how it's grown over the years. And we also talked about how we first came to Lincoln, which was through Everton, because we had an alliance with Everton a few years ago.
Yeah, that was 2002, I believe, I heard him say.
Yeah.
Is that everything you did at the game?
I think that was, actually, yeah.
Yeah, well, not everyone can meet the chairman, so you've had a pretty exciting day out.
Yeah.
Luca, can you top that one with your story?
Well, not much, but went round, saw the players come out.
Yeah.
Then lined up to go. The queue was massive, so it took ages.
Yeah.
And then saw Max, as he said, and then went in and just soaked up the atmosphere.
It obviously was a brilliant atmosphere. Unfortunately, I didn't go, but it was like Burnley, like 5,000 there, all cheering. Only if MK Dons had that support, because they only had it looked like they only had 2,000 there. It was a pretty poor attendance.
There was about 10,000 from MK, wasn't there, I think?
Yeah, it didn't seem like it.
No. We deserve a stadium.
They were only there for free Nando's.
Yeah, that's how plastic they are. They'll buy, just go there for free Nando's. It's pretty disgraceful. We deserve a stadium like that, of course, because they hardly fill it, and then we get only 8,000 as an average attendance because of all the seat
segregation.
Yeah. So we can't actually sell out a full game unless we're winning Macclesfield and we win a trophy or something. So so what are your opinions on the redevelopment of Sincil Bank, of course?
Well, I'd like to see us stay at Sincil Bank.
Yeah.
However, it's going to be very hard to, because obviously it's quite an old ground anyway, and a lot of people are saying let's just knock down the Serenity and just rebuild it. The problem is that's going to cause so many issues, because where's the ticket office going to be? Where's the club shop going to be? Where's the changing rooms going to be? And if we were to add temporary seating maybe to the Serenity, that takes planning permission, health and safety things. And obviously we can't really extend the Bridge McFarland or Stacey West because of how close they are to other buildings. And I'm pretty sure that the official club car park's behind the Stacey West as well. So as much as I'd like to see us stay at Sincil Bank, I don't think if we're going to progress through the leagues, it's kind of feasible. But I think if we're building a new stadium, we've got to be very careful how we do it, because we want a capacity where we can, our fan base inside and keep growing, but we don't want where we can't, no atmosphere there.
Yeah.
That's got sort of my opinion on it.
I don't think we should build a new stadium at all.
No.
Although it would be a nice area to go to Scampton, and because there's a lot of fields around there, you could easily build a really big stadium.
They're going to sell off Scampton as well, so...
Yeah, it'd be nice to have it there, but of course there'll be council estates made there and stuff, and that's more homes for young people. But the thing I'd like to see with Sincilbank is, you know, that the library stand, as they call it. That's what I refer to it. Because there's a big gap there full of boxes and stuff. Why they've got boxes there, I will never know. I think I'd like to see this stand either extended or just put another big stand there, and that will increase the fans' capacity to like 11,000. So more like, as you say, plastic fans for Lincoln, because that's most of them nowadays can cram in there and sit there and watch. And obviously with the water, well, I heard from somebody there's water plumbing and stuff that could be affected if we build new stands.
I think it was like the drainage or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on Stacey West's blog. He was talking about the drainage problems there could be if we built new stands and stuff at the bank.
Yeah. You know, you don't want like bad plumbing problems which would cause the whole city to go into an epidemic. So maybe it's better to keep the stadium as it is now, because let's face it, we only sell like 8,000 or 9,000 and only have a really big sellout on a big day where we win like a trophy or something. So,
or like a derby day or something.
Yeah. So maybe if you could like make the stand go of a high rise to add a few more seats, maybe. It's not like Wembley though, where it's not a high demand at Sincilbank, is it? Well, it is a high demand, but it's not high enough to like sell 10,000 every game and absolute like have people laying on the side of the pitch, is it? So I think we're better off either getting a few more 100 seats or just leaving it as it is.
Yeah.
We are 11 points clear at the top of the table. Closest teams to catching us up are obviously MK Dons, and then Mansfield third on the same amount of points as Bury. And our last 5 games have been a pattern of a win, draw, win, and a draw and a win. And four losses. Danny Cowley, I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to replicate the season like Graham Taylor. If you you won't. None of us will remember, but if you've read about the club, because obviously we're all real fans of Lincoln City in this chat. In 1975 to 76 season, Graham Taylor managed the Imps and took us to a first in the 4th division, as it was at the time, with the same amount of losses, similar amount of draws, and a similar amount of points. So, do you think Danny will be going and trying to replicate a Graham Taylor season, or do you think he'll be trying to just stay top of the league?
I think the main objective is just to stay top of the league, and I can't really see us losing our lead because I think we've got 15 points to play for, and we're like, what is it? Something like 11 points clear. So I think it's, and if you watch both the Cowley brothers, they're, I think, quite humble people. So I think it's kind of like, instead of, they won't say they want to make history, they won't say they want to do this and do that. I think they mainly just want to say, well, we'll do our best, we'll try our best to win the league. So. And
I just can't believe, I remember calling my dad once and him telling me, how are the Imps doing, boy? And I was like, oh, they're doing rubbish, and I can remember it very well. the Imps were like 17th in the conference. It was a depressing time, and now to just see the club with like sellouts and things, and us in the brink of League One, which has never happened in my lifetime. I've never seen the Imps above League Two. It's just amazing what the County.
I think the highest we've ever got, I think, is Division 2, which is the Championship.
Yeah, and that was in the 1900s.
Under the Championship, yeah. What have you got to say on it, Luke? Like, what do you think about us being top and Cowley Brothers?
Times we've been lucky to get away with the point, and with the unbeaten run, being like against Exeter at home when John pulled out that goal 90+6. It's just keep it carrying. It's just amazing. Like Luton have got, is it 26 games now unbeaten? 28.
Yeah.
But then you see the position they're in. They're just they had a good manager. They did paid like really well, and but I wouldn't see us in the position Luton are next season. No. I think we'll be like a Coventry, be like pushing playoffs.
Yeah.
Luton have done very well with themselves. They've got a good manager who has got some really good experienced players, and obviously they're doing a double like Southend did one time, where they went from League 2 playoffs and then winning League 1 and then going to the Championship, which it might be what happens with Luton.
I'm pretty sure Yeovil did that as well a few seasons, going from League 2 to League 1 to the Championship. It went straight back down again in the reverse order.
Do you think Lincoln will be looking to do that, Max? We know Luca doesn't think so.
Yeah.
Do you think Lincoln will be looking to go up to?
I don't think we'll go up straight away next season, because it's kind of like last season. We didn't go up straight away. I think maybe we need to find our feet a bit in League 1, see what the division's like, and then maybe through the season after next, go from there.
1998-1999 season was a long time ago, so I don't think any of that experience will help us with the modern day sports science of League 1. So it's been too long since we've been in League 1.
Yeah. I think it'll be a case of just finding our feet next season, seeing what the league's like, and then the season after next definitely push for playoffs. And if we've got the right investment from Clive Nates, we've got the right players, the right support, we can definitely push for playoffs and automatic. So
he's definitely going to back us 100%.
Yeah. Max, I don't know what you said. The training ground's said like about the next season after. The training ground has like helped us a lot this season. I can see it helping us a lot in like League 1 next season if we do get there, which is really highly likely.
Yeah.
It's nice that we had fields allocated to us to get a good training ground like that. Danny Cowley, as he said in his interview, or was it press conference or something, he said that he had copied other clubs to make it one of the best training grounds in England, which is nice.
Yeah.
And it looks, from what I've seen about the training ground, and I don't know if you've noticed, if you've ever drove past it, and I know you live in
it at all,
No. You've been past it, I think, Luke, haven't you?
Yeah.
It looks smaller than it does on video and photos, to me.
Yeah, it does.
The actual building, anyway. I think I think it's brilliant that we've got a training ground, and the players don't have to go to army barracks anymore, or schools.
Yeah. It's kind of nice that we've got our own little place now. We've got like a place to ourselves now. We can just give us our own place.
Yeah, if Sincil Bank if anything ever happens to it, at least we know that the club's still going to survive, and we still have a little lot of land that we can keep and stuff.
Yeah.
And we can build on, because not a lot of clubs, especially in the olden days, had that bit of land.
Well, Well, my granddad always recalls like when he was a schoolboy in Lincoln, and sometimes the club would go and train on his school fields. back in like the 60s and like early 70s. So
my dad, he was born like near Watford.
Yeah.
So he used to go watch Watford when he was a kid, and then he moved up to Lincoln.
Yeah.
And he watched Lincoln play first time like 2000, I think.
Yeah.
And he said he really enjoyed it. And he went to like 2011, 12, and he just said he didn't go as many times because it just wasn't the greatest football.
But at least you still went to games though. Like better than not going. And if you went to games during the poor years, then like, I think you can just say, well, I'm not really a plastic then, because if I went during the poor years, it means I'm a proper fan.
Yeah, but my first game, 2010, and I went like five times.
Yeah.
Like when I was like 5, 6, and then I started going a bit more, and then stopped, and then went again. So it was like on and off.
Yeah. Obviously, it's to do with money. You don't want to work really hard one week for a minimum wage job and then chuck it all away to see your team lose like 7-0 to Macclesfield, which I do understand that. But you at least got to go at least one time a year in the poor years. As you say, you started watching in 2000, so that's a really good time to start. That was the time where Alan Buckley were all there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was 2002 when we went into administration as well.
The club.
I think it's kind of nice to how like even people that like didn't even like football, didn't support the club, that just lived in Lincoln, they all just chipped in a little bit of money just to kind of keep the club going.
Just like Graham Taylor, where he came and they chipped money in just to sign a goalkeeper. That was really good, you know.
Yeah.
There has been a few instances where, the community has been really, really strong.
Like we had like buckets and that, people like normal people who didn't have anything to do with football, we still put a little bit of change in there because like the club is like the pride of the city, and you're about to lose it, and it's like our club I think kind of represents the identity of the city as well.
It represents the identity of togetherness of football. Bradford Fire, that really.
It's sad that Bradford look like they're going to get relegated, because I think that would have been a very emotional game next season when we played them.
I really do want to go to a Bradford game, because I've never been in League One. As we said, none of us have lived through the League One years, or I don't think. No. And the last time they played Bradford was in 2010, wasn't it? I'd really want to go and just sing "You'll Never Walk Alone" and that.
I'd like to
remember Stacey and West, the two fans that came.
I'd like to go to Valley Parade, maybe not even a game, just so I can put down the Lincoln scarf on the memorial and put like Rip, Jim and Bill. So
it just shows community, and then relegated to the conference in the 87. Was it the 87, 88?
87, yeah. Then we went straight back off after it.
Yeah, that was a brilliant season. Never will happen.
Colin.
And then after that, we were just stuck in League Two for years until the administration in 2002. The next season, I remember people that lived in that era telling me that they all thought we were going to go down. Keith Alexander had no hope. He was just an assistant manager who got sacked in 1993 for managing Lincoln and just managed local Lincolnshire teams. But then to get to the playoff final in 2003 was just... It's with cheap ex-non-league players. It's just like a Leicester City achievement. Nobody remembers that, but
even though we lost, we still had an open tour bus parade around the city, because it was such an achievement to get to the final with a team like that. when the club a year before was about to die.
With Macclesfield and Telford players.
Yeah.
It was just, well, maybe not Macclesfield because they were in the same division, but you know what I mean. Telford, Alfreton, Altrincham players, ex-Altrincham, Kettering players that just were brought in just to be allowed to play in the division to get relegated. But the fact that we didn't get relegated and went up to the playoff final in the Millennium Stadium was just amazing, really.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that was just tremendous. Obviously, you'll never have a story like that again because football's full of money. And if you have success, it's usually because you're full of money, which you can argue that maybe that's why we're doing so well because of the FA Cup 1 million money, but I beg to differ because Danny Cowley's a very good manager.
We bought our training ground out of the FA Cup money as well.
He didn't spend
So
all, that's the thing, he didn't spend all the FA Cup money, he only spent it all on the training ground, so which proves those people wrong. Which, and it still shows a resemblance, because most clubs are all run by money, but Lincoln, the special thing about this, Lincoln is it's never been run by money. It's just been run by really good support managers. Hello guys, and yes, the podcast stopped recording, but we had finished everything we had to say anyway, so I hope you lot enjoyed. My memory got too full, so that's why the thing stopped. But it's alright, because we chatted about everything, and it was just the outro, which was us saying bye to you, that it was just us saying bye to you that we're missing. So, yeah, my messy hair, it looks absolutely dreadful. But, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the YouTube video of the Imps podcast, the first ever Imps podcast. And I hope you enjoyed and have a good day.